So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. I know you're seeing all the news today, all the situations that are going on this week, particularly with several banks. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of that because I think several other channels that you probably follow that I've recommended or whatnot, and more will be talking about it, the specifics as to what's going on there. I will be the first person to tell you that I am not a financial advisor. In fact, when you get into things such as the stock market and banking and investments and things like that, I'm probably one of the last people you want to talk to because I have a very simple, stupid way of handling all of this, which is be debt-free as possible. Make sure that you do have a really good nest egg as much as possible. Be investing into the things that matter, such as food, water, and security. And of course, I don't push this on my channel. This is totally an independent decision based upon you and your situation, but I do believe that holding and owning gold and silver, if you can, is an important situation. Now, that is when all the other things that were mentioned prior are in place. We've talked about this for the last 2 years, so I'm not going to revisit my philosophy, but what I can tell you is this is one of those moments where you are so happy that you are like great-great-granny in the idea of, well, they'd put their money in a coffee can, a tin can, and it'd be buried somewhere you'd never know where. This is the type of mentality that you have to have in this day and age. And hopefully you've already come to that conclusion and you've been doing a lot about it. I want to let you know, and I'm going to say this way first, right off the cuff here, that today at just a couple of hours ago, I was contacted by a very good friend. I've known this individual 35 years since we were kids. This individual is highly respected in our community. My husband adores him, and he is truly, I'm not joking, he is truly a genius, has been extremely successful, and has a lot to say when it comes to the things that I said before that I'm weak on. So I always like to talk to these types of individuals because they don't milk a cow. We kind of trade off. Tara, tell me how you're growing this, or about milking a cow, or whatever, or how are you making videos on YouTube? And, we talk about that, and then I'll turn around and say, okay, tell me about investments. Tell me about your opinion about this now, or whatever. So listen to me. You may think I'm a total nut job, okay? I know there are people out there that think that, and, how you feeling today? I hope you're prepping. I hope you've been prepared. Guys, before I continue, every single day that you wake up and you still have the ability to breathe and move, and we all have the ability, you, me, whoever, can do something today to prepare for the future, even if it's buying one can of soup. That is a blessing because, again, just like I said the other day in my video, the tree continues to be chopped. And the day that it decides to fall, and it could be a lot of different scenarios that could lead to a lot of other different scenarios, it's going to be a very bad day for a lot of people. So aren't you going to be glad that you've worked ahead, that you've thought ahead, and you've done the best that you can? And you didn't waste a day. Okay, we all have days where we just want to take a mental break. I did partly yesterday, but you know what? I did my due diligence up through the afternoon, so I afforded myself the time to go, you know what? I'm going to go see my family's 1784 State of Franklin homestead. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So see what I'm saying with this? But here's what my friend said. And I would trust this person with my life, frankly. He's much more conservative in how his viewpoints are in terms of, I'm the type of individual here, if you follow my channel, I'm telling you right now, go, 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 go. Get this, do this, do this. And he does these things, but he also has he's just a little bit calmer about it, okay? But when this person takes the time to when the entire news breaks today with the banks and all of the things that are happening, particularly, out in California and all of these things, we went back and forth a few times, but this is how it ended up. This is what he said. This is all on Messenger, all on text. He said, the next 3 to 6 months are going to get very ugly, okay? Basically, he went into saying that the Fed is trapped. They're basically darned if you do, darned if you don't scenario between raising raising the rates. What about inflation? Pulling back. It's like you're just a darned if you do scenario. The next thing that he said was, please tell your followers. He has never told me to tell you all anything ever like this. This has never happened. He said, please tell your followers. It is critical, basically, that you have an emergency fund of some sort that you can get your hands on. He also, prior to this in this whole conversation, he also mentioned the whole idea of investing into gold and silver. Now, he didn't push that on me. He doesn't push that on people. He doesn't even, so that's that thing, because people are going to go, what do I need? What should I do? What should I do? It's like this. If you don't own it, and you hear everybody say this, but it's true. If you don't own it if you don't hold it, okay? So this is what I want to urge to you today. I really was thinking about different things this morning, taking time to have a mental break, make sure you are taking some spiritual breaks, make sure you are praying, make sure that you're spending time with your family, make sure you're doing all these things. But let me tell you right now, we are headed into spring, even though we're going to be 26 degrees in the next couple of days. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you've got a bunch of money that you're going to be investing, or, oh my gosh, if you're going to be putting it on a credit card to go somewhere, I'm going to be the Debbie Downer here. I'm going to be the one to tell you to cancel your trip. Get your money back and have a staycation. My husband starts vacation today. He's off today through the next week and whatever. We're not going anywhere. We might go get a pizza or something, okay? Woo. Do something very local for an afternoon or something, okay? That's as far out as we get. Our money and time is all being thrown as hard as possible into our home and homestead over the next 10 days. We have a list a mile long. Will we get everything done? No, but we're going to try. You have got to be doing these things now, okay? What is it going to be like in June or in August? And it just keeps getting worse and worse, and you haven't done anything. This is just like, I cannot express to you how many times I have been told by so many of you when we did the video well over a year ago where I said, just please start buying 5 cans a week if you can and put them away. Rotate them when you have to, check your pantry, all of the above, but start. You are on this time clock. See, we cannot predict the future. We can't, you can't, I can't, but it doesn't take rocket science to figure out how dominoes can begin to fall and how this makes us more critical. We already know how critical things are in terms of inflation. We already know how critical things are in terms of the economy. We already know that we have no leadership. So we're on our own. No one's coming to help you. No one's coming to make your house payment. So when you can't, if your bank fails and you can't go and you can't get to your cash, or Lord knows worse, how are you going to be able to function? Now, some people will say, if we are headed into an economic collapse, why in the world would I ever have cash? It's not going to be worth anything. The reason we're telling you this is because right now you are operating off of the US dollar. There is no time clock set to tell you, okay, May 25th is the last day. This could go on for some time. You have to be able to operate within the time that you are living, and you have to have backups for backups. That's where your other possibilities for gold, silver, or whatever you think you need to be doing with all of your other monies is up to you. But please have access to a certain amount of funds that you can have easy access to so that you can do the very basics for you, your family, your home, your animals, whatever. I have been saying this for a very long time. This is not a new tip, but I'll tell you what I did today. I've called my mama. I've called my Nana. Talked to Miss Lou. I've talked to my best friends. I've talked to James. I've made sure that this information is getting passed out. Send this video if you want to. And they're going to say, who is that crazy girl with that Tennessee hat on talking? What is she talking about? Open the dialogue. Every single day at this point completely matters, because when the tree falls, you can't go back to when it was standing. You can't go back to where we are in terms of what was life like before it was even beginning to be chopped. All it's going to be is the tree fell. And you're going to sit there and look at your children and say, why did I not do more? I am not trying to be an individual to make you not enjoy your life, enjoy your family. Those moments matter. But I am saying, if you have money tied up, or you're going to be having lots of money tied up to spend for a vacation or frivolous things, you have got to cut that out. You have got to cut that out. If you have a house payment, you have credit card debt, if you've got a pantry that won't make it past 2 weeks, and you don't have any cash in the house, and you think you're going to the beach June 1st, I'm sorry to hurt your feelings, but that is a very irresponsible decision at this point. I'm not saying that to you because I don't want you to have fun. I'm not saying this to be a butthole because I'm not going to the beach this summer. I'm saying this because I want you to be able to have sanity. You're saving your sanity, y'all. Because here's the thing. You can have all these things and you can ignore it, and you can go to the beach and you can come back, and guess what? Those things are still going to be sitting here looking at you. Do something about it. And first things first at this point needs to be, how does your pantry look today? How is the security of your family looking today? Do you have a nest egg of some sort if an emergency happens that you do not have to go to the bank for? You put that wherever you want. You do the math of however much you think that needs to be. Some people will start out saying, if you can just do a month, do a month. I agree with you, but I am going to tell you right now, I think you're going to have to be going much further out than that. So therefore, you must start today. If all you can do today is put $5 away, do the $5. Every penny counts. It's the responsible and right thing to do. My friend also told me, he said, I'm warning you, we are headed into he said, quote, deep recession. You take that however you want and apply that to you or whoever, however you want. I hope you find this video helpful. I hope it gives you some encouragement to, we have to, like I said, having a dinner out, going on a date with your husband, taking your kids out to see a movie real quick, whatever, as long as you've got everything going, is a good thing. You have to be taking care of your family. You have to be taking care of your mind. Agree with all of this. But listen, you've got to do your due diligence. You've got to be doing your due diligence and continue to, let's hope that instead of it being something critical, say in 3 months, let's pray it is 6 months, because again, time is not the friend to most people. And the reason because of that is because most people, not all, most people have ignored this. Be speaking, be bold, be brave, be peaceful, be prepping. Get a nest egg started today. I'm not saying go run and deplete everything in your checking account and your savings account. It's not what I'm saying. But I am saying start making changes in your self-sustainability in all of these ways immediately. Your life depends upon it. If no one else has said that to you, I'm going to be the first. Like, subscribe, and share. We appreciate you being here. Have a wonderful, safe weekend. We've got videos coming up throughout the week. I don't know how that's going to go because I'm telling you, we have a huge list. And I have to tell myself, Patera, it's okay if you don't get everything on the list done. But you know what, guys? I'm going to try. And that's what counts. We'll see you guys on the next video.